Hey, good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Josh. How are you doing this morning?
I'm pretty pumped up about everything, but especially the Near Hackathon. Let's go.
Let's go. The Innovation Sandbox. GMs, good morning. Everybody coming in. We'll give it a couple minutes for a couple of people to come in. Tell us where you're coming in from. What you're excited about. What you're thinking of building. Yeah, this should be pretty fun. We'll talk through all this, but I still remember last NEARCON hackathon, which you did the kickoff call for then, right, Josh?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a regular now.
You are. This is going to be an annual thing.
Yeah. Yes. It's pretty dope last year as well.
Yeah, you were on a call with who was it at the time? Some big names.
Yeah. Joe ran it. I think Jared was there. Yeah, honestly, but yeah.
Yeah. It's just going to be you and I today, but I think the hackathon is just going to be just as fun. I like the tracks this year. I think they're going to be cool. I'm hoping to see. Honestly, I hope I get to submit something. I'm going to try to. Joss, are you thinking about submitting something?
Yeah. There is so much. I'm actually pretty confused what to do, but there are a couple of things. There's a bunch of AI ideas. There's a bunch of intense ideas. There's a bunch of intense AI ideas.
Intense AI, I like it.
So yeah,
I think honestly, I was just thinking about this earlier, but I think one of the coolest things about this year compared to last year is seeing how much the tech has matured and developed.
Yeah.
There's a load more packages, a load more capabilities. Global contracts, shade agents has matured. Intense wasn't a thing last year, I don't think.
No, yeah, I think they demoed it the first time, some part of it, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Near AI, I think the private cloud was announced at NEARCON, or maybe that was even earlier this month or earlier this year. Yeah. So there's a whole lot more things in the toolkit that people can be using here.
Yeah.
We got Jay coming in from the UK. Good morning. Let's make sure that we've got everybody. So we're just going to take a couple minutes, wait for some more people coming in. If you're in the chat, say some good mornings. Tell us where you're coming in from. If you're a developer, if you're a designer, if you're a marketer, like what are you doing? What are you looking for? How long have you been building on Near? I still see that number going up, so we'll let it go.
Yeah.
Hit 300. Let's go.
I'm really looking forward to all the visuals this year at NEARCON, because there's definitely new branding at play now. The hackathon branding looks dope, and I've seen a couple more things on Intense Day and the new Intense branding. I think the whole branding thing is going to be dope and a good, refreshing reveal this year. So excited about what all is packed this year.
Me too. I agree. I really like the branding this year. I wish uh, I wish I remember what they call it. I think it's like called Techno Optimist Retroism or something like that. I really like the style too. I love the colors. Near Intense has a new logo. I think was it AI got a new logo. Everything's getting all cleaned up for all of this.
Yeah. I mean, visually, it feels like all coming together. Like we have been testing the waters with Intense. It now has 10 billion volume. The Near AI has been iterating, and now the private inference seems like a solid product that is being pushed. And now, finally, the branding kind of separates them all into their own thing. It's like coming together, uh, differentiating what everything is. So.
All right. I think we're ready to go. Okay, let's get started. So thank you all for tuning in. We're about to kick off the Innovation Sandbox. So today, our agenda, we just did our welcome, but we're going to do a program overview and the timeline, talk about the tracks and how we're going to evaluate the projects coming out of it. We're going to talk a little bit about building with the Near stack and how it relates to the tracks, the builder support and resources you'll have during this 21-day sprint, and then we'll do some Q&A at the end with some next steps. So an overview, the Innovation Sandbox will be a 21-day global virtual hackathon starting on January 26th today until February 16th. We're going to be focusing on shipping production-ready products that meaningfully leverage the Near tech stack. So that means decentralized AI, privacy-preserving consumer apps, and intent-driven commerce and B2B solutions. The type of tech that you can use is the Near AI private cloud, Near Intense, Shade Agents, and all of the Near protocol's unique capabilities, such as its account model, chain signatures, and global contracts. Builders will be receiving direct technical support through virtual workshops and office hours with Near DevRels and our sponsors DevRels throughout this 21-day sprint. Let's talk a bit about the timeline. So it kicks off today. It's going to be a global, fully virtual sprint. You do not have to be attending the in real life event in order to participate. Anybody around the world can join. We'll have workshop and office hours during this 21-day span. At the end of it, we'll have 3 days where we'll be doing judging and winner selection. The winners will be announced during a virtual closing ceremony, just like this one on February 19th. And then it'll culminate into NEARCON in real life. That'll be February 27th or 23rd through February 24th. We'll have builder-oriented content such as workshops, technical deep dives, and panels, as well as plenty of network opportunities with our ecosystem partners and accelerators. With this, I also want to give a shout out to Funding the Commons, who is our co-partner in developing this hackathon and delivering it. So winners of the hackathon are moving in through their Funding the Commons post-market incubation. So big shout out to our sponsors. When you're building, we're going to have a couple submission requirements that you should keep in mind. You'll need to deliver a written project summary, which will be a DevSpot submission. That should include a public repository link on GitHub or GitLab or other, a live deployed URL, a demo that we can use, and a demo video of no more than 3 minutes. Try and keep it short so that it makes it easy to judge and you really make it compact with the information you need. We'll be submitting projects on DevSpot. This is the link here. We'll have QR code later that you can scan and get to it. But the submissions open now. Maybe it's in 2 hours, but submissions open today, so you can start submitting as soon as you're ready. Let's talk about the tracks.
Let's go.
We got 3 tracks. The first one coming up is called the Private Web and Private Life. So it's focusing on building consumer apps or Web3 widgets where privacy is the default across finance, assets, identity, and user data. So this is, we want to be building apps that leverage things like Near Private AI Cloud with verifiable confidentiality. There's a lot of different technologies that are enabled by that, a lot of different business use cases like lawyer-client confidentiality, patient confidentiality, healthcare type of products, maybe healthcare tracking or stuff, the type of products that you shouldn't be trusting your AI to be with your data. Instead, leverage Near AI private cloud to verify the confidentiality of that data and build a consumer app with it. So ultimately, you're looking for an app that can be used daily, something that we can give to the Legion. The Legion is Near's community arm who can actually use this app and test it every day. You have 21 days that you can build for this Legion and try and get them to use. You can get that feedback immediately. I also want to say that this is, if you have an existing app or maybe there is an app that you like to use frequently that's already on the App Store or something, doing a private cloud integration with that existing app is valid. You can do that. It's encouraged, in fact. So go out, find popular apps, or take your existing app that already has AI SDK inside of it and just leverage the existing private models. The second one is AI that works for you. So you can leverage Near AI's stack, including the private cloud, private chat, shade agents, and agentic payments to build autonomous user-owned AI. So this is kind of the same as the other, but we're focusing more on autonomous solutions, maybe agentic protocols. You're deploying maybe a single-purpose agent that is really good at doing something very specific, and it does it really well. It could be managing payments. It could managing DeFi or solutions like that. That's all encouraged. You have access to the full Near AI stack to do it. Let's see. And I'm trying to think of what a good idea would be for this.
Yeah.
We have just seen, like this past week, Claude with the W, all these type of autonomous agent stacks. This would be great. Leverage, build a Claude bot that is able to leverage Near AI, private cloud, or shade agents in order to do some task, like maybe you pay to schedule meetings with people or something like that.
Yeah. And I mean, I think with the shade agent tech stack and Near AI stack, you could also make it very, very private. Like you would want Claude bot to go and schedule meetings for you, etc., but you would also want restricted access to your, calendar, to your emails and stuff. Like, don't give everything to Claude bot, but it still does what you want it to do.
That's clever. Yeah, that's a great way to leverage the Near AI technology stack specifically for that. And then the last track is Open Society, from finance to the real world. So this is building solutions that integrate stablecoins, RWAs, tokenized assets, and near intents, products that can turn real world facts into reliable on-chain outcomes. So when you see this one, I want you to think of a couple really core things. Oracles. Near is very good for building oracles. That it has certain capability called yield resume. You can yield execution and resume it at a later block. which is great for off-chain computation. So building oracles, monetizing oracles, integrating oracles with real-world systems. That's this right here. That building real-world facts into reliable on-chain outcomes. And then I also want you to think about B2B solutions. So that's stable coins. If you can use leverage, proximities. I'm losing it right now. Joss, the name of proximity stablecoin product?
Oh, yeah. Stable.
Is that right? Is it Stableflow?
No. Stableflow is a product, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's a maybe I missed the name, but I know what the underlying tech is. We're using shade agents to provide on-demand liquidity / loans to the solvers to make markets which are way more than what you already usually get on dexes, which is, I don't know, maybe 1 million. But the new stablecoin protocol by Proximity let solvers take instant loans through no collateral, but just a signed intent from the user that they're willing to swap more than 1 million USDC or whatever the big amount is. And based on this intent, the solvers can take a loan using this intent as a collateral, which is pretty nice.
Yes, exactly that. So those type of ideas, they're going to thrive here in this track, including whatever you got to do with real world assets or tokenized assets. So those are type of B2B solutions. And then using near intents, that solver network, that type of intent architecture that Joss is describing right there. You want to be leveraging that for solutions here. Probably what everybody's looking forward to are the prizes. So we're going to have $3,500 per track. There's going to be 2 $1,000 cross-track bonuses, cross-track bounties. So whoever gets like a runner-up to that 3,500, and then finally a 2,500 only on near bonus. That means that the project that leverages near to the best of its ability, maybe it's using very unique capabilities of near, like that yield resume that I talked about, chain signatures, global contracts, the named account model, and all the amazing things that you can do with this account primitive. The best project that leverages near's tech stack to the best of its ability will win this 2,500 only on near bonus on top of winning whatever track.
Nice.
And then we have additional ecosystem bounties. We have Nova, which is this private memory project inside the ecosystem. It leverages shade agents and smart contracts and encryption in order to kind of like have this shared group memory. That has available Rust and TypeScript SDK that you can leverage it now. We also have HotPay. HotPay is a payment provider, uses intents, currently integrated with Near AI. They have a bounty to leverage their HotKit, which is kind of like their wallet connector, and it comes with a couple of features and capabilities, and then also their HotPay itself. So integrating HotPay into an existing application to facilitate payments.
Nice.
And in the same sense is also PingPay. Ping has a very similar bounty. Ping is anything to anything payments built on top of near intents as well. It has a checkout and a hosted checkout and a on-ramp. Both of these are easy to integrate into your applications with available SDKs. So you can, for example, on-ramp through a pop-up and into your desirable target asset. Joss, I think you're actually going to be giving a workshop on Ping.
Yeah.
Very cool. So that'll be fun.
Cool.
Like I just said, we have that only on near bonus bounty. So we will be giving additional recognition for the exceptional use of near native capabilities, such as the account model, chain abstraction, this off-chain computation paradigm, and shade agents or the underlying technology of shade agents, is Kodash attestation and verifiable confidentiality. So the winner of that, whoever uses the best technology, the best use of it, is going to get $2,500.
Nice.
So how are projects going to be evaluated? We're going to be focusing on 4 main things: technical execution, so that sound architecture, something that is demonstrates this this solid use of the tech stack and this implementation. User experience, as you have seen, a lot of this focuses on consumer apps and something that is usable and can be used. User experience is definitely spend the time on that. Your interfaces, your flows, and your interactions should make sense and be smooth. Also, the impact and the usefulness. So it should address a real problem, and you should have a credible path to adoption, some sort of relevance or meaningful use. And then the completeness and the functionality. So how ready is the product at the end of the program? I want to highlight, we're moving a little bit past partial demos or concepts, proving a concept or anything like that. We want to evolve these into more functional, complete products, something that will be ready to use by community and more by the end of this program.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the tech, building with the Near stack. So there's more here, but tools and infrastructure that is in scope. You can use the Near AI private cloud, Near Intents, shade agents, and then all of the underlying things of the protocol. That's the account model, chain signatures, global contracts, and so on. I think you'll find that it's pretty intuitive to hack with all these things. I mean, Joss, have you tried out using the Near AI private cloud?
Yeah, a little bit, yes.
And it's an open AI compatible SDK. It should be a easy drop in to any other. You usually just have to change the URL in the model that you're using.
Yeah.
Near Intents is famously easy to integrate. The one-click API. I mean, you can one-shot an app with that easily. Shade agents. There's an available template out there that you can use and you can reference. You can fork. And then there's a lot of this other infrastructure, the account model, the chain signatures, and global contracts. There's libraries and SDKs that facilitate this, as well as there's plenty of docs that you can read and explore. I would say that those are kind of more underappreciated in a way. I feel like we haven't seen the account model really used to its fullest ability, or global contracts for that part.
Yeah. I mean, just 2 cents on the meaningful use. I feel like there are a few things about Near that are like really unique, and you don't see a lot of chains out there doing it. For instance, the account model, now chain signatures and global contracts can really help you scale things where you want to, I don't know, do custom smart contracts for every functionality instead of simple accounts. Like, all these things make it really, really easy. And like, when you actually scale these solutions, it is going to be very cheap as compared to other solutions that you have on other chains. Like, making these the magic sauce of your solution would be pretty helpful, I feel like, when you want to use Near in a meaningful way, right? Because everything that all the blockchains do, Near obviously do them as well, but it's not like that magic sauce which Near is the best at. And here are some of the things that Near is best at, and that probably would make your project stand out. But this is like very personal opinion.
I mean, we're here on this stream, the Near stream, to push that personal opinion. I mean, I'm biased. Near has the best DevX. It has the coolest technologies that you can leverage, and you're going to be able to try them in this hackathon. Now, so yeah, just double clicking on that last bit is that your project should have meaningful use of Near. We're going to be looking for that usage, that your how you really looked into the Near tech stack and you leveraged it specifically to build your product. Okay, so builder support and resources. Over this 21 day hackathon, we're going to have a couple virtual workshops. There's office hours that are available. There's a dedicated Telegram for NEARCON, and then also leverage the existing developer support channels. So that's NearDev, Nearshade Agents group, the Intense group, tools, community tools channel. You'll find all of these links in the Notion hub. That's what this QR code goes to right now. You'll find that Telegram group. You'll find a document called Builder Resources. And on Builder Resources, you'll find an overview of the libraries that you can use, links to more docs, a full pages for the tracks, much more detail into the tracks and what's relevant, and maybe some helpful tips that you can think about. And then, of course, there's the links to the other Telegram channels on there as well. I don't know if I mentioned it. I may or may not have, but on Builder Resources, you'll also find the virtual workshops in the office hours. So if you go there, there's a schedule. It's a little light at the moment, but we'll be building it up over these next few weeks. And then tune in and subscribe and follow Near Dev Hub and join the Near Legion and everything for all of these updates as these workshops and office hours come online. Something that I know a lot of you guys are going to be asking about, because that is a focus of this hackathon, is Near AI, private cloud, and how to get credits for it. So if you scan this QR code here, you will be able to fill out a form, which will request about $5 worth of cloud credits.
Can we do it right now?
Good idea. Do this as soon as possible, ideally. Give it about a couple hours. We'll do it on a rolling basis, probably every 5 hours or so. Whoever fills out that form, we send it over, and you'll get your credits loaded up to $5.
Sweet.
A couple frequently asked questions. Who can participate? This is open globally to individuals and teams of up to 5 people, at least 18 years old, or the legal age of majority in your jurisdiction. You do not have to be going to NEARCON in real life in order to submit a project or hack on it. It is open to anyone out there. What kind of projects are we looking for? They should be real products that can run in a real environment, and they should meaningfully leverage Near as a part of their core architecture. Just reminding you from earlier, the submission guidelines do have a workable demo in it. You need to have a demo video as well as a link that can be shared, and that's going to be heavily influence the judging is this product and how its user experience and how usable it is completing the actual thing that's supposed to do. Can you use an existing project or repository? Yeah, this is actually a really big part of this, is integrate Near's tech stack into your existing product. You can, it must use Near. And also keep in mind, I mean, don't just forward your projects from other hackathons and make minimal changes. We're being flexible here because the Near tech stack is able to be integrated easily into existing applications. So do it, but just don't do some minimal changes. Let's do some Q&A. If you have any questions or anything about the hackathon, feel free to send them in the chat and we'll answer them now. Josh, did you have any questions that kind of popped up while you were looking at all that?
Yeah, I'm thinking to hate to be asking questions just about the bounties, but when you say 3,500 per track, does that mean multiple prizes per track, which adds up to 3,500?
No, so it's a single prize.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be one winner per track. That's the 3,500, and then there are the 2 $1,000 runner-ups. So those are flexible. You know,
Nice.
maybe it's going to be 2 of the same track, maybe
Nice.
not.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, that was kind of unclear to me.
Yeah, and then we have the ecosystem partners. So I actually did get a question just right here. Where can I see the ecosystem partners resources? Let me bring up that QR code. But that at the moment is 3 + 3 + 1.5, I think. So we got what, 7.5, 75K or $7,500 in ecosystem partner bounties. Let's here for you to scan. If you want to scan this QR code, you'll find it on Builder Resources page under ecosystem sponsors. If you're unable to find it, just let me know and I'll bring it up. In fact, I could actually probably spend some time to go through the links too. That might be helpful. Yeah, let's do that. I think that sounds good. Okay, so if you scan that QR code that I shared here, this one right here, that will bring you to this Notion Hub. On the Notion Hub, you're going to see a few key items. One is the dev spot. This is where you're going to be submitting your project. You can see all the details about it. So I guess submissions open up in 30 minutes at the end of this call. You can also follow some other things like the schedule. You can see a little bit more about the prizes and the challenges, these things. But I would encourage you use this Notion Hub kind of as your source of truth. You can also join the Telegram channel, the NEARCON Telegram channel. See the rules. If there are any sponsors out there that are interested in getting an ecosystem bounty and leveraging these builders, making them build on top of your tech stack, follow this link and fill out this form. We can get more bounties in here for you. And that's open to the builders too. If you're building a project and you want to see it included or anything like that, reach out. And it doesn't necessarily have to even be a full bounty. Like it can be offering credits or support. We're also open to workshops and connecting with mentors. So if you go to Builder Resources, you'll find that link to Near AI credits. You'll also find the tracks and individual pages for all of them, as well as those ecosystem tracks that you were talking about. There's some helpful links for how to get started on Near, what type of tech stack is available. Somebody this morning just shared with me Awesome Near. This is a fresher repo that kind of has the latest. So definitely check it out. It's a collection of repositories and tools. Man, I guess my laptop isn't able to handle more than one tab open. Yeah, so if you go into Builder Resources, there are full descriptions of these hackathon tracks. Let me make sure that it's, yeah, and they're all public. You should be able to see them. But it talks a lot about it, what you should avoid, what you should focus on, the technology requirements of it all, as well as some helpful things to understand, like what is private inference, this verified confidentiality. Why is Near AI private cloud so important and effective at what it does? Some advice, such as building for the Legion. If you are not a part of the Legion, I would encourage you to join Near's community arm. It is a global community, and you can join it by going to nearlegion.com. You'll mint an SBT, and then you'll join a Telegram channel to participate. you can build for this legion. That is users that are available for you, that to get feedback on your product, to find product market fit. Build for the legion. I think that the winners of this track will be ones that leverage the legion to the best of their ability. And then, there's other interesting things, like how Near has native social. You can actually build with Near's built-in social graph. Or there's a smart contract that's deployed to social.near. And because of Near's account model with named accounts, there's a social graph, and you can friend people, you can follow, you can post, you can comment, and you can integrate all this into your app using Near Social.js. So that means that when you're building a consumer app and you're building on Near, you have access to all of these users, and it's all baked in. You'll also find relevant resources at the top, at the bottom. I won't go through all of them, but you'll find similar pages for AI that works for you in Open Society from Finance to the Real World. Go ahead and say in the chat if you want me to dive in. We do have plenty of time, but I'll look at next these ecosystem tracks and sponsors. You'll find the one for Nova, where you're leveraging their tech stack with some ideas on what you can be building. HotPay, some links to the resources, and then PingPay, which gives you a pretty specific prompt of what you should do and how to integrate it, and then the resources to that on-ramp and that checkout layer.
Nice.
And then at the end of this, you'll see the programming that will be going on for the hackathon. We have 3 workshops, the live stream that's happening right now, and then we have available office hours. We'll be building this out now more throughout these 21 days. If you are interested in hosting a workshop, please reach out. You can just message in the NEARCON Telegram channel. I'll find you. And then, yeah, if you want a workshop or if you want to get a bounty on there, we can do that. Let's see. Link to the Notion. All right, so that link to the Notion is right here. You can scan that QR code. We got a question, Joss. Is it better to build from the ideas catalog and challenges, or should we go for new ideas? I mean, use the ideas catalog and challenges to guide you. Definitely spend the time to understand the capabilities of Near and Near AI and Near Intents, so that you can leverage it to build your product. Because remember, meaningful use of Near is very important in this hackathon.
Yeah, I think the timeline of the hackathon is big enough for you to explore Near in a meaningful days for a few days in the beginning. The ideas catalog and the challenges that are already posted should get those creative juices flowing. You have a bunch of ideas. You can work on something similar. You can work on the same thing, but they're there for you to maybe build as is, but also just take inspiration and try to figure out something similar at the core, but maybe the UX is different. Maybe the intent that you want to, the objective that you want to achieve is different, but the tech is kind of same, whatever, right? So, but yeah, I think anything is fair game.
Yeah.
Really depends on how you approach it.
Personally, some ideas that I hope that people really come up with is find, there was that one track. It's called Real World from Finance to the Real World, Open Society. That's encouraging B2B solutions. But also, it's the real world. Engage with your real world. Reach out to your community. The Web3 stack is so much more mature now that you can, and the regulatory landscape has changed. The whole world is so much more different now, especially this year, than it has been in the past. use that to your advantage. Go out, try and identify maybe even local businesses that could maybe leverage some capabilities that you have and now give them the upper hand. For example, maybe there's a local family-owned law firm or something like that. Being able to give them a chatbot that has this confidentiality, this verified confidentiality, that's a big use case there. I think, yeah, I think that projects, and also, yeah, just that projects that leverage these real world use cases too. I mean, that it demonstrates that it is something that can be coming back to every day. And I think that will make a winning submission. So something to think about. I'm getting a ton of, all right, I was STP, everybody's saying STP. Yeah, it's stablecoin transfer protocol. That's what I was talking about earlier. Leverage it in your projects, especially in that open society track. Let's even take a look at that track. Yeah, so why is it open society? It's we want systems that are easier to join, safer to rely on, and harder to gatekeep. So those are interconnected, reliable, and open by default applications. And this track, it also encourages B2B style thinking. So that's when you're leveraging stable coins, which is very hot topic, a emerging trend in the financial world. And intense is that usable infrastructure that you can use for those real workflows. If you're not familiar with what a B2B product is and what makes one good, we've got a little blurb here that includes what to do. Really, the big thing to highlight there is just kind of identify your buyer, and then what is the integration with it? How are they going to be using it in their existing workflow, and how is that going to work day to day? Which you need to think about. Yeah, how are they monitoring that application? Kind of like, dashboard, accessibility, observability. And then, yeah, focus on a landing page too. Definitely really build out a landing page for these products. Oracles, I think that's, I don't know. Joss, you think I'm talking too much about oracles?
I'm sorry, you had to repeat that for me.
I'm thinking about oracles, and man, I feel like something that has really been dawning on me this past year with the rise of shade agents and outlayer and stuff with yield resume. Oracles are just so powerful on Near. There's so many opportunities to build on that.
Yeah, I think those two components are really like big ones for oracles. Number one being yield resume, like with or without outlayer, but definitely with outlayer. With yield and resume, you can do so much for off-chain computations. And when you add shade agents to that, that off-chain computation can be trusted and could do so many things that, like, if you want to do prediction markets, you can safely have an oracle for that. I know someone who is trying to build that, so let's see if that comes up. You could do regular oracles, which we have been seeing, but probably much cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
You can have on-demand oracle, which is already there or near. So the combination of shade agents plus yield resume, I think, makes like a really good foundation for oracles that are limitless. Like, for the lack of better word, you could do so much.
Totally. That yield resume unlocks the most powerful smart contracts you can do. You don't need to think of oracles as just pushing data on chain and reading it from a smart contract. You are actually yielding execution to an external service or API. Can't do that anywhere else. At least I don't think so. I don't know. And then near intense. I mean, we really aren't even talking about near intense enough, but It offers the one-click API. So easy to integrate. There is existing skills. So we actually, let me see. If you come into our builder resources, I didn't add the link yet, but I will add this link now. If you go to, you'll find Near skills. This is a collection of some of the skills that we have. So this one has like Near API JS, Near Connect hooks, and Near Kit. Let me get that one though that was for Intense. I think it's Near Intense. There we go. Yeah, so somebody in the community built the Near Intense skill. So you can just, Bunx add skill, and you have all the rules that you need in order to interact with the one-click API. Let me add this to the builder resources now, actually. And then there we go. Let's see. Any other questions that we're getting right now? Why not plugins? No, they're actually, so there's a plugin too. Let's see. I think it's near plugin. Yeah, Near plugins, and there's a Near Intense plugin. So if you're using Claude Code specifically, rather than just skills, you can leverage this. If anybody builds even more skills throughout the this hackathon, share them. We'll get them into those builder resources. We'll get other developers to use them and test them out. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see. We got about 10 minutes left. We almost got 2,000 people that are tuned into this. Can you believe that, Jazz?
Nice.
That's crazy. We got 10 minutes left. Anybody that's watching, if you got any questions about the hackathon, if you want me to even go through, I can do the presentation again, or I can show anything over again. Just reach out. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We'll give it the full time. Somebody's asking. Oh wait, let's see. There's a lot of really great conversation happening in Near Legion. Let me throw up that QR code. If you are coming in and you want to build for users right now, join the Legion, nearlegion.com/mint. You'll connect your wallet and then you'll join a Telegram chat. There's some really great conversation going on in there. People talking about ideas. People want to strategize ideas. Somebody's intending to build a DAO for local development. That sounds sick. Somebody's talking about a Git project, a decentralized Git type project. Oh, I'll also I'll share a couple of other things that came up recently. Okay. Let's see. Hey, quick doubt, or let's see. We got some questions. Excited to see what people build. Build something for Legion. Legion not social. Is that domain available? If it's not, grab it. What does Near Legion need? What problems does it have? Something to keep in mind is that Near Legion is a global community, and there's a real emphasis on that. So it's not limited to just what the Legion itself needs, but also what the Legion, that global community, and their communities need. So there's a lot of opportunities there. I did see this morning something. Somebody did do a survey of the ecosystem. They found that a real problem to solve was navigation within Legion. So some sort of social application that kind of guides through the Legion. Near Legion talent should know where to go and what to do beyond established missions. So something interesting around there. Just I would recommend, if you want to know what the Legion needs, join the Legion. Get to know it a bit. Maybe try missions. Send a message inside of it. I'm sure plenty of discussion will be. Hey, quick doubt. Does currently Near AI endpoint doesn't support tool message while binding it with a tool by LangChain?
Yeah. I'm going to check that quickly.
Okay, thank you. I guess is that I don't know exactly, but it's OpenAI compatible. Is tool message a default standard with that?
I think so, but okay. Let me think out loud a little bit here.
Sure.
So OpenAI compatible definitely means that when you're calling the completions API, which could be Near AI or OpenAI or whatever, you also give that endpoint information about the tools that you have and a short description of that tools, so that the AI can choose to say, I don't know the answer, but I feel like if you give me the response of this tool call, I can use this to give you an answer. For instance, what's the weather of Chicago right now? And if you have a weather API and you give that information to the AI can say, oh, I have a weather API. Let me just ask the user to give me the response of that weather API. I'll use that to construct the final answer. So when we have OpenAI compatibility, I feel like we can mention the tools that we have. And the second thing is that the model itself should be capable of saying I need a tool to run this query. And I have a feeling that all the underlying models that are available on Near AI, DeepSeek, GPT-OSS, GLM, 4.6, 4.7, all of those are augmented models which can do that. So my best informed guess is yes, you can do it. But please test it out. Let us know. We'll also test it out quickly and maybe update it on the resources pages or whatnot. But I think you should be able to try it out.
Absolutely. They say that it works for OpenAI, but when they were binding it with the Near API endpoint, so doing the same thing, it's giving an empty response.
Okay.
Send your message into the Near AI Alpha Hub program.
Yes, we can check it out as well and probably reply to you.
Yeah.
Well.
Let me share that for you. So me. If you wanna join that Telegram channel right there to talk about that Near AI challenge that you're discussing, please do.
Cool. That was a good question. Really helpful for everybody building with Near AI. I think it's really helpful to use tools. Looking at some docs examples here. Don't see the tools really. I don't want to make guesses here, but I'm just thinking if the tool calls break the privacy paradigm somehow, it shouldn't ideally.
We just got a question. Wasn't it OpenAI that started blocking access to their APIs? This is a little spicy. What's going on?
What?
OpenAI that started blocking access to their APIs? I'm not familiar. To
what APIs?
Yeah, right. Haven't been building on OpenAI because I like building on private inference, verified confidentiality.
Private AI or bust.
If you want to try it out yourself, that's the link, cloud.near.ai. You want to, oh. I'm just making sure we're on our last minute. If anybody's got any last minute questions, please field them. I'm looking through all the chats. It's crazy how fast the near Legion moves. There are so many messages in here.
Yeah.
Super excited to see the hackathon submissions this year.
Yeah.
Really want to emphasize, get involved with this community. The Legion, there's just so much going on in here.
It's a fun group.
And you can really winning submissions, I think, will leverage the Near Legion. Definitely do consider it. Can we build consumer products like trading platforms? Absolutely. The important thing is that it leverages Near tech to actually influence your architectural decisions. So trading platform, sure. Leveraging maybe something like chain signatures or intents or querying tokens from Near, doing stuff with Near trading. These are all good ideas. Actually, that does remind me. In the builder resources, you will find plenty of links to data resources, especially specific to the Near blockchain. So like Gold Sky has an indexer that's available. Intier has a lot of available APIs, especially for getting tokens and their prices. Fastnear has a lot of data that's available, finding out who has done all the transfer history that they have. Okay, we got to follow up on the Near AI tool message. Yeah, if you wanna follow that up in the Near AI Telegram group chat, please do, and let's troubleshoot it there.
Yeah.
Somebody just said we need medals on Near Intents. That's a big brain move right there.
Yeah. True.
All right.
Yeah.
You got any other thoughts, Joss? I think otherwise we'll start closing it out here.
I'm all good, excited to build myself and also look at what everyone is building.
Me too. I'm excited to get through this hackathon. I do plan myself. I'll be doing some. I have a workshop that's booked for Thursday. I also plan on doing some office hours. I'm going to try and build something during this hackathon. Maybe see if we can get some sort of community vote on the projects that are coming in. Something pretty exciting. Oh, I guess just following up. This tool message thing keeps coming up. So I guess if you label it as a human message, it works. I don't know. Something else. Jump into the chat. There's ways to work it out.
Interesting.
All right. Let me go to the last slide. Just a shout out, because I know, man, there's so many people that have joined. Where are we at right now? We're at 2,500 people. If you are just tuning in, scan this QR code to access all the resources for the Innovation Sandbox. We're going to end this live here in a second, but scanning that QR code will give you all the information that you need, including all the different tracks that there are and how to build for them. If you need Near AI credits, scan this QR code, fill out the form, and we'll get $5 worth of cloud credits to you. It is open to anybody around the world, individuals and teams up to 5 people to submit. You do not have to attend NEARCON in real life. And we're looking for projects that are going to be working products that can be fielded to users and be used daily. And then they should rely on Near as part of their core architecture. And you can use existing projects or repositories. Just integrate Near AI into, even if you want to find an app on an app store and you want to message them and you want to be like, hey, I got a great idea. Hey, I'll even integrate Near AI for you. Do it and then submit that. That will make a great project. We did some Q&A. Next steps: set up your DevSpot project. So follow that QR code, go through, set up that DevSpot project, join the Telegram, say hi, say good morning, engage, team build, and ideate together, and then start shipping. We'll be doing more workshops and virtual office hours over these next 21 days. If you are shipping and you post about it publicly, we'll retweet, share it, all that type of stuff, give you the amplification that you need. We want you guys to succeed. So let's get started. Scan this QR code. That'll bring you to that Notion hub. And then all the links that you need are from there.
Awesome.
Yeah. So thank you all for tuning in. What is the session recording in Notion? You will find videos like this one and any other videos, whether it's the workshops or whatever. Those will be recorded and they'll be added to the Notion hub as they go. So if you missed this one and you want to see the whole thing, you can find it there later. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for this kickoff session. See you soon. Happy building.
Happy building.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.